Hello, we are Irene Bermejo,
Luis Vázquez,
Sara Corchero.
and Álvaro Sánchez.
We are from Primero C and we are going to talk about the hot climates, hot deserts and savanna. Index. First we will show you two maps of the two landscapes placed on the map of the world.
Then we're going to see a comparison between the savannas and the hot deserts and the hot desert temperatures and precipitation.
Then we are going to talk about the comparison of savanna and hot desert climographs and the savanna's landscape and examples.
Then we are going to talk about savannas, temperature and precipitations, and then we are going to talk about the population.
Then we're going to talk about the savanna's fauna, then the hot deserts landscapes and examples, and later on about the hot deserts temperature and precipitation, and later on about the hot desert population.
we are talking about hot deserts fauna, the source, the personal opinion and questions.
Where are the two landscapes placed? The hot deserts are placed between the tropics, for example, in north of Africa and a bit in the south. In north of Africa is the Sahara Desert, that is a famous desert. Then also there are also hot deserts in Asia, and in Australia and in North America. The savanna or the grassland are placed around the tropics, such as the African grassland, which is all along the continent of Africa. Also there are grasslands in North and South Africa and along the continent of Asia.
Compare with the temperature in both of the climographs is more or less the same. Meanwhile, the precipitation varies between them.
Savanna's landscape, grassland. It's a huge plain that can be several meters tall. Its color changes depending on the season. It's green in wet season and green in dry season. Scattered bushes and trees grow among tall grasses. Acacia and baobab. Tropical dry but with enough rainfall.
Examples: African corn savanna, North Australian savanna, and Oriental miombo savanna.
Temperatures are high all year round. The average temperature is between 20 degrees, but it can be higher. The range temperature is between 5 and 10 degrees.
The precipitation is abundant in the savanna landscape. It varies between 500 and 2,000 millimeters. However, it's not regular through the year. In winter it's dry and in summer it's wet. When the rainfall is abundant over 1,500 millimeters per year, it's called a tropical humid climate. And when the temperature is scarce but reaches 250 millimeters, it's called a tropical dry climate.
Savanna population. There are three types of tribes in the savanna population. Tribes.
Tribes, sorry.
Which can be nomads that are shepherds, which move from one place to another looking for rain, or sedentary, which are farmers, which stay in the same place gathering their animals.
The podocos who live in Cameroon,
the Serere who live in Senegal, and the Maasais who live in Kenya.
In the savannah there are lots of herbivores such as the zebra, the wild beast, the gazelles, also zebras, and there are also some carnivores such as the lions, also the leopards, the hyenas, and the jackals.
The hot deserts landscape. The vegetation is very scarce because the lack of water in rain form is very big. And it changes the temperature. The flora is just oases, which are date palm, head of palm, cacti, and sparto grass. There are 3 different types of hot desert. The sandy, which is this photo we have here with sand. The rocky, which is this photo we have here with some cacti, and the stony, which is one with stone.
Very high daily temperatures in the desert rounding 50 degrees. Winter practically doesn't exist on this desert, but however also there are some deserts which are very cold and they have very cold winters.
There is very little precipitation, a very serious shortage. It's less than 100 millimeters per year. The hot desert population is currently non-existent because it's just the 2% of all the world's population.
It consists of nomads, which are such as the Australian Aborigines, the Tuareg, who live in the Sahara Desert, the Sheperis of Mongolia, or the Bosquimen of the Bosquimen of the Kalahari that are the
Fauna? Who's fauna? Doesn't matter, read it. If you want, just explain.
Okay, animals are very scarce in these areas, and they are adapted to extreme temperatures. The most common are
the rattlesnake, it hides on the day, the scorpion, it hides on the day, and the camel that doesn't hide because it retains water in its hull.
We took information
From the examples of landscapes, we took a look in the internet, in the Wikipedia.
For the example of landscapes, we took a little look to a page in internet Wikipedia.
For the photos, we searched on Google Images. We took a lot of information from our photocopies, mainly for landscapes and some for temperature and precipitation. And for the population and fauna, we looked at a book which is in Spanish that we later traduced, called Geografía General from El País.
I have really learned about these 2 types of climates. Meanwhile, I have a great time with my partners and my friends.
After all the time I have spent in doing this project with my partners, I think that the result has been quite nice and I have learned a lot. I reached the conclusion that I wouldn't like to live in these kind of places because they are too hot and ornate.
I think this project has changed my perspective about other tribes in the world and how they live. This has been one of the projects I have ever done.
I have had a very nice working in this project with my group, and I think now my knowledge of climate is higher.
I have learned a lot about these topics with my partners, and I have learned about new things that I don't know.
Questions. True or false? Savannah is the grassland is a huge plain with tall grass.
False.
No, it is true.
Precipitation is scarce in the savanna landscape. False. Yes, the precipitation is it's very abundant, but it's irregular every year in the savanna landscape. Sedentary people are shepherds who go from one place to another looking for rain. The group of Alejandro and
False.
yes, the people who go from one place to another looking for rain are nomads.
Winter doesn't exist in hot deserts.
I think it's true.
Yes.
No.
The camel has of the day.
False. Of course it's false because it doesn't need to hide in the day because it retains water in the house.
The Sahara Desert is plain in Asia.
What?
False.
Yes,
It is in Africa.
in Africa, yes.
No.
Do you have any questions about about this? No, about the
No.
Okay, so we finished.
Thank you very much.